you the sky. I don't know if, let me turn the camera around. I don't know if you can see the sky, but it's very dramatic. And it rained heavily last night. It was lovely. I'll do a video today, most probably on the Omega Mark IIs, but I'm going to have a cup of coffee first and a shower, and I'll wake up. Good morning, you two. Good morning. It's actually it's so silent here, which is something that I really like, and hopefully the microphones are picking up the wildlife. All you can hear are birds. You can't hear anything else. Sometimes you have the rumble of the agricultural machinery. Can't hear a single thing. It is silent. So nice. So here we go. Now, I don't even look. I've got the starred tablecloth here, and I've got this box. Now I don't even know what I've got inside here. Aha. Okay. I think I know what's inside there, and yeah. Okay. Let me just get my tripod. It's actually raining here. Okay, so what's in the box, I hear you say? What is in the box? Now, I've got to show you what other equipment I have with me this morning, and the mandatory fresh coffee. There we go. And okay, so you can't really see much there, so hold on. Now, it is actually raining, but here we go. This is the bit I really like. I haven't opened this for quite some time. You might see the rain here. Da, da, da. Whoa! Look at those two. I mean, isn't that just... it's so cool. Now, I do apologise. I haven't set them or anything. And you can probably tell that it is actually raining. But we don't mind the rain. That doesn't mean anything. You might see little rain marks on the crystal, but let's pull these out, because they're just so cool. Look at that. It is early in the morning here, and the diffused light, it's probably fabulous. Let me show you the sky. Okay, I'm just disrupting everything. Look at that sky. Oh yes, but saying that, a grey sky makes perfect lighting for this sort of thing. So, and I wanted to show you again the Mark II, because I've looked at the Omega Speedmaster so many times over the years, and I decided, nope, the Mark II, which is basically the 4x4 version of the Speedmaster Man on the Moon, that this is what it grew up to, in my opinion. Now, I know it's a chunky monkey. I know that is a big watch, but isn't it so cool? Look at that. Whenever I wear these watches, it is raining quite bad now, but never mind. If it gets too much, I'll quit. But I don't care. I quite like yeah, it is raining. But every time I pull these bad boys out, I think, you've got to be kidding. Why would you go the Man on the Moon without the Mark II here? And for me, it's the sports chronograph that I always wanted, actually, and eventually it happened. The damage to the bank account took place, and I ended up with these things that, to me, are just the top of the food chain when it comes to that Speedmaster look, the man on the moon look, but in this 4x4 truck configuration, V8, fuel injected, extra horsepower version of the original Mark II, because this is the re-release in 2014, I think it was, with the updated power reserve to 50 hours and the inclusion of the date at 6. And the date at 6 is something that I really like, actually. I know it's got the actuator on the side there. That's not a helium escape valve, that is the date selector. But for me, I love it. I think it's the way forward. Now, there is a lot of rain here, so I do apologize. But I think the video is worth, it's worth the rain. But let me pull the racing dial in, because the racing dial is the one that really caused, I've never gone to so much trouble to obtain a wristwatch. Because by the time I got onto this, it had sold out from all the Omega boutiques. You could no longer get your hands on it. And I thought to myself, I don't really want a second-hand one on the grey market, because my preference is always new, actually. I'm not really a second-hand sort of a person. I do prefer buying new. And so I even spoke to my lovely AD, well, one of the ADs that I use, and she is the best in the world, because she said to me, Stephen, I will speak to Omega Europe, and I'll see if I can get you one. And she came back 3 days later and said, look, I've really tried, but there just isn't one to give you. And so I thought, okay. And then I stumbled across this in in the grey market, and I thought to myself, and it was advertised as second-hand, but when I went to view it, I thought to myself, hold on, this watch has never been worn. And then I actually did a couple of things to check that, including I actually spoke to Omega, and Omega came back and said, yep, that is a normal, legit watch. And I thought, wow, I've only gone and found myself a brand new watch masquerading as second-hand on the grey market. And so the fate was sealed. And this grey market dealer was absolutely fabulous. And it wasn't the sort of dealer that you'd expect either. And there is a story behind this. So obtaining this watch was really something. And then I actually was able, I can't remember how I did it now, but I was actually able to locate the authorised dealer where it originally came from. And it wasn't in the UK or the European Union. It actually came from somewhere else. And I actually located it via sat-nav, via GPS. It's I actually got images of the AD where it came from. Can you believe the length I went to verify this one? But the bit that really got me was it was in brand new condition. It was obvious that it had never been worn, and the grey market and the dealer. They didn't know either, but they were happy that I was happy, and so I thought, I am so happy. And so the bank account damaging trigger got pulled on this, and there you go. And this has been for a while now my what I consider to be my top chronograph sports mechanical wristwatch. And it's my, whenever I wear this, somebody always walks up to me. So it's normally in the context of watches, like Watches and Wonders or Geneva Watch Days. And people will walk up to me and they always say, oh, that is cool. You know, no one has ever said it's too big or too bulky. I know it's a chunky monkey type of thing, but that just says I am unbelievably cool, doesn't it? It really does. You know, and then to go one further, I have the black dial as well. I mean, look at that. And some people will like the black dial. They'll prefer the black dial over the racing dial. But I've always probably preferred the racing dial, this one, with the caveat that I might grow into preferring the black and white one. Hold on one moment, I need to take a drink of coffee, hold on. Can you believe it? It's early o'clock, I'm outside in the rain doing a video on the Omega Speedmaster Mark II. This is the level at which Masterwatch is prepared to go to bring you the best of the very best. These watches sit proudly with a full metal G-Shock collection that is to die for. As you know, all the watches I've got are the best of the best. They really are, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Let me put that there. And if I zoom in a moment, I don't know if that's going to be do it justice. Actually, whilst I've got it zoomed in like that, why don't I pull up? There we go. Look at that. This is the best Speedmaster configuration. So many times, I'm going to repeat this, so many times I've looked at the man on the moon, the Omega Speedmaster, and I've thought, oh dear, what are you doing? Because this is better. This is better than the man on the moon Speedmaster. It really is. It's got that 1970s thing about it that is never going to end. And I would bet your bottom dollar that Omega re-released this, probably with some technology update on the inside. So instead of a V8, they might slip in a V12 and crank up the power reserve from 50 hours to 80 hours. And perhaps stick the date selector on the crown or something uber cool like that, or make the crown a little bit bigger. Now, wouldn't that be cool? But look, I am showing you here the two best Speedmaster Omega watches that you can possibly get your hands on. We are at the top of the hill here. You are not going to go any higher. I do apologize, that is just rain. But anyway, I am getting soaked here, and my box there is getting soaked. So I suppose the weather is saying to me, Stephen, we need to let this one go now. Look, it's soaking, everything's wet here. We probably need to say ciao for now. So what I'm going to do is hold them like that, and I'm going to say to everyone, look, if you think this is a good watch, if you think you want one, although you can't get the racing anymore, you can get it on the grey market, and there is a horrible premium for this one. This one, I think Omega has a few left. I think it is still available, but these are the collectible pieces, in my opinion. These are the Omega watches to die for. These are the very top of the food chain. And at that, I'm going to say sayonara baby, and wish you all a very good morning or evening, and I really hope that everybody is well.